Hello everyone, Noctem0 here, and I'm continuing my discussion on who this false Redfield might be, but it's actually not really so much on a who. Yeah, it is a who. What am I saying? Anyway, I I kind of pretty sure I might have figured it out, but it's still only a theory because there's a lot to think about. But if you read the title, I'm pretty sure you can already tell who I am suggesting. But I'm almost certain that this false Chris Redfield, I'm calling him that until proven otherwise, um, because with the movie Resident Evil Vendetta coming out, and Roger Craig Smith reprising his role as Chris Redfield in that, and this guy claiming to be Redfield, no, there's no way, because if it's all in the same universe, then it just can't be. They didn't say this is a reboot. They said it's another sequel set 4 years after the events, but this false Redfield has to be HUNK. The reason why I think it's HUNK is that HUNK's only ever showed up in Resident Evil 2. Yeah, they had him in Operation Raccoon City, but what is it? HUNK himself didn't die in that. And even though I don't really think that game's canon, and I know a lot of people have shit to say about Operation Raccoon City, the one thing I appreciate about it was a little bit of the story. The idea of it was better than what the game was itself. We can at least agree on that. Now, for I'm almost certain it's HUNK. We've never seen his face in any of the games, never. And if they do show his face slightly, they never show it fully. I mean, look at what is it, the Wesker Files or Report or whatever they had in Resident. Well, actually, I don't know what it was, but one of the images shows HUNK just sitting in the helicopter, looking down, being called Mr. Death by the pilot. And the Umbrella Chronicles also had something with HUNK. He removes his mask, but again, it's obscure, so really don't see his face. Now, this guy, he didn't have the same trademark mask that HUNK has, but entertain the idea for a second. I mean, what are the odds HUNK's going to still use the same damn outfit throughout the whole thing? They've changed appearances for every character before, and they're probably finally giving a face to HUNK. It'd be nice if this was HUNK. I mean, the DLC itself, called Not a Hero, would make a lot more sense. As this guy just isn't what we know of as Chris Redfield. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for it to be Chris Redfield. Like I said, he calls himself Redfield, but I think he's just disguising himself or something. But why would he disguise himself in front of a no-name guy like Ethan Winters? We have no idea about besides this game. Um, or I don't know. I mean, it could be something entirely different that they're going for. But I really think it's a false Chris Redfield. There's no other explanation. I have a bunch of friends who have talked to me about this, claiming the same thing. There's no way Chris Redfield would join Umbrella. It doesn't matter if it's a new branch who might be good. Chris would be much like on what Superman would be. Of Lex Luthor suddenly trying to be a hero, Superman is against it. Even in alternate universes of Lex, he said that he never met a Lex he trusted. So again, there's just a lot of things to factor in, a lot of things to think about. But it makes the most sense for it to be HUNK or just somebody that HUNK may have trained. I don't know. It could be, but we'll find out. With the Not a Hero DLC, with whatever DLC they release. But the Not a Hero DLC has to be something big if it's coming out in the spring, because it most likely takes place during the events when this Umbrella Corps team showed up and most likely investigated the house, and I guess there was a laboratory somewhere that we haven't seen, because they said there were signs of experimentation. If you listen to the radio call that Ethan picks up on that ham radio, that he hears that they say that there's experimentation, contact with another organization, all this sort of shit, and it most likely has something to do with Lucas as well. But anyway, I dragged this on for too long. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think. Could it possibly be HUNK? It could be. I personally think it could be HUNK. I would love to see HUNK finally get more attention than what he's already got. I mean, he's like the Darth Maul of Resident Evil, where he's a popular character we'd like to see more of, but lately hasn't been given that kind of respect. I mean, Darth Maul in Star Wars has now been more or less a character who has remained ambiguous until now that they're doing Rebels. They're bringing him out a lot more. So like I said, I would like to see what more is going to happen. Anyway, you guys take care.